This is a view Dean Burmester is taking in. Thrilled to be playing in his first major, having won through qualifying at Walton Heath in England. Dylan Fritelli will likewise enjoy the glorious surroundings of Shinnecock Hills in New York State as he plays the US Open for the first time. The two join the twice champion Ernie Els, as well as Brandon Grace, Louis Oosthuizen and Charles Schwartzel, as our 6 guys chasing glory at a venue which saw Retief Goosen take the trophy on the most recent visit.
We're certainly very excited to be back to Shinnecock Hills. 2004 was the last US Open here, and the opportunity to come back to really one of our iconic US Open venues, one of the founding clubs of the USGA, is quite important and very exciting for us. The golf course is a bit different than what we played in 2004. The club undertook a restoration in 2012 to return the golf course to its roots with the William Flynn design. That resulted in a much wider golf course, a bit longer too. We added some tees, 10 new tees, such that the golf course will be about 7,400 yards, par 70 for the US Open. But as we looked at the work, and the restoration work was wonderful, we need to strike a balance between being true to the architecture and testing the best players in the world. So in collaboration with the club, we have undertaken a tightening of the golf course where we're bringing in some rough in key spots, strategic spots. But even with that tightening, this will be the widest US Open we've played here at Shinnecock Hills. But I think we've struck the right balance between making sure accuracy is a key component of that ultimate test of golf that we try to present, and being true to the architecture and the design, the genius that William Flynn designed into the golf course.
It's a shame Retief didn't make it through qualifying this time. He'd have enjoyed a return to take in the changes for himself.
We are a linksier kind of a place, very little trees, one water hazard, really no out of bounds to speak of. So all the hazards and all the play are really right in front of you. And I think this part of Long Island, we're unique in that we are a linksy course without any trees. Signature holes are probably the 7th and 11th, the 2 par 3s, the 2 short par 3s, and then the hole right behind us, the 14th. Fantastic par 4, lengthened to 510 yards now with a new tee. I would say those are the 3 holes that people most associate Shinnecock with. 7th hole, the first par 3, is the Redan, and it's unique in that the green slopes away from and to the left of the player, so it really requires a precise shot. The 11th hole, 150 yards, a very short par 3 by today's standards, but a tiny green and really no margin for error. You've just got to hit a wonderful shot to put the ball on the green. 14, the hole right behind us, really requires everything. You've got to hit a long tee shot, an accurate tee shot, and then your second shot's uphill to a kind of a blind green, depending on where the hole location is, and another green that requires a lot of precision, not an easy up and down if you happen to miss the green. We kind of were put on the map in 1977 when we hosted the Walker Cup matches. The USGA came here to host the Walker Cup, and that sort of opened everyone's eyes to Shinnecock. That led to the 86, 95, and 204 US Opens.
Thinking back to 2004, Retief won at 4 under par. Only he and Phil Mickelson bettered par, while Ernie was top 10 on 7 over. Conditions were brutally tough. No one expects an easy ride this time around either.